Hi, Corey with Gold Rush Expeditions. I'm out here today at the Camp Bird mine. Camp Bird is not the historical name, that's what we've called it. Probably one of the coolest mines I've seen in a while. This mine is really old. As you can see, there's a little bit of snowpack around here, but we're end of May. You should expect a little bit of that. I'm gonna walk you around this side a little bit, show you what I see, show you the mine. The mine we're not gonna be getting into today. It runs back probably about 40 feet. There's a little collapse, and then you can get in and over it, but there's some trees that are blocking the way, so I'd rather move those trees before I get into it. I think that's going to make it a lot safer to get into and also let me assess what's going on around it. So that's the reason we're not going to be getting into it. I am going to show you some of the timber work here. We found a few mines up in this area that I'm not sure who originally started working these, but they did some phenomenal work. The woodwork that is going on in these, the cuts in the timber, the cuts in the notching, and how they timbered the mine is just freaking phenomenal. I'm looking at a cabin right here that is notched as tight as a drum. I mean, there is no air coming through this at all. The only thing it needs is a new roof at this point. But I mean, we're talking probably 1880s, 1890s construction, and the majority of it's fully intact, and the walls are still sealed. Super awesome site. There's also, as I'll show you, a large, massive stack of gold ore sitting out here waiting to be shipped off. I'm not exactly sure where they're shipping it off to, as there's a road below and there's a road above, but they're both probably 200 feet from this mine. So I guess back in the day they would have just sent Mr. Donkey up or sent Mr. Donkey down, and that would have been it. But yeah, for now, if you're the one that ends up purchasing this mine, you're going to need to probably, well, you're not going to need to, but you might want to cut yourself a nice little road that cuts right up here so you can start pulling ore out. It's obviously a really big mine because there is a ton of tailings. I don't know if you can see this. This runs down probably about 40 feet. It's very steep out here, but yeah, I would guesstimate you're probably looking at 25 to 30,000 pounds of ore, or of overburden that's been set out here. It's awesome. There's a lot of color. It's just badass all around. So I'll show you a little more around the videos. There'll be some pictures. Check out our website, www.goldrushexpeditions.com. You'll see more video, you'll see pricing, and again, this is the Camp Bird mine, and enjoy. So this is the cabin. You can see right here, the woodwork is absolutely awesome. Get you a nice close-up here. You can see this isn't saw work, as in like recent saw. You're a lot of hand-hewn stuff. You can see because you come down, see where you're a little bit off. Things are just not perfect, but whoever cut this was really a craftsman. They knew exactly what they were doing. You can see where you come out here. Nice little cuts there. Just beautiful. So you can see the roof has recently come down, but it still looks awesome. Very beautiful. The walls are fully intact. The walls aren't going anywhere. The door is actually right inside it. See, it's starting to rot a little bit. One of the things you'll notice with these cabins is over the years they start to sink because the bottom wood is sitting on the dirt and it rots away. So they're actually usually a lot bigger than you think they would be. But another cool thing to notice is look at these windows. The windows have been notched after the cabin has been put together there. You can see that one. See that one. That is some hardcore, badass, batten down the hatches, the biggest snowstorm in the world's coming through type of shit. Super cool. So this cabin has a whole lot of potential for restoration and for historical value. If you come down over here, you can see their workshop. Maybe a workshop. This might have been just the chow spot. Some shelves there. Would have been awesome for the day. You can see here, this would have been used for the stove that was inside, so you probably would have had a stove in the corner that would have ported right up and out. So very cool stuff. And if you look right outside Mr. Mine, oh, what's that? Or what? Right outside Mr. Cabin, you have Mr. Mine. Awesome. Let's go take a look. you can see right here is the mine. Now, this mine is kind of badass in very many ways. One, we have a lot of gold ore outside here, which tells me they're mining gold. Two, you come in and you look and you go, ah, bummer, it's collapsed. Oh yeah, bummer, the entrance is kind of collapsed. You look up a little higher, you can see where the collapse goes to. So this is probably another one that the Forest Service blasted just the center, but I was looking up at the top. It definitely looks like you can make it in. I would just say to put some, clear some of the trees that are sitting up there and just make it so things aren't gonna fall down on your head, because you're making probably a 7 to 10 foot drop into the mine from there. So you're gonna want a ladder, good way to get out. So I'm gonna leave that to whoever ends up purchasing this. Another thing I was gonna show you here, take a look at the top of this. Notice how these are all arched. That is very rare to see. And it again shows the craftsmanship and the woodwork that was going in. I mean, everything that is going on with this mine is just, it's crazy cool. This is a skarn type ore. This is the kind of stuff that you're gonna have to crush down pretty good to get the gold out of. You're not gonna get big nuggets out of this gold. You're gonna get smaller flake gold out of this, but you'll also usually get a lot of it. The easiest way to describe it is it's kind of like a sandstone type rock. It's not sandstone, so don't flip out and send me hate mail. But it's a sandstone type where everything's kind of amalgamated together. And so the only way to break out the gold is to crush it out. If you take a look at some of this stuff, this is all high grade ore. I don't know if you can see that, but there is visible little flakes of gold in there. And there's a ton of this stuff around here. So, what you have there is your DM, your discovery monument. Boom, that says the gold rush located it, and it is our claim. So, it's very old. I would guesstimate that nobody's probably been here since probably the 1940s at the very latest, if not a little earlier than that.